So here we got Dallas. Hey guys, it's Ben Play here. Here we got Dallas coming up from that heat. Obviously pretty stoked on himself. Got a 7.67 and an 8 and took out that heat. It's a pretty good score, hey Manny?
Unreal. Yeah, Dallas was in good form during that heat, and he had to be. I mean, look at Mitch Rollins and Kingy.
Oh yeah, I mean that was a high standard heat. All those guys are so capable. I mean, Damien King, 2 times world champion, Mitchell Rollins, multiple world Pier Pole winner and Rita Pole winner. Everyone knows he rips, and Dallas Singer, who's just an all-round great guy and rips the bag.
I was hoping you were going to add more to the great guy part.
It's like, yeah. So I mean, we saw that last heat. There's some really good surfing going on, and those guys who are trying so hard, although everyone's mates and everyone gets along really well, and all us Aussies all stay together. You know, those guys are out there to win, and you got to see it with Mitch and Kingy having that paddle battle back at the back and trying to get priority. And Mitch pulled it out, in the last couple of seconds. He got that score that he needed. He got a 6.6. I think he needed a 6.5, and he got the score with that last flip and pushed on through. Pretty amazing, really.
Okay, once again, welcome everybody. This is the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge presented by BSC, Manny V, and BP, Ben Player. And we're going to give you, I think, one more heat before the winds actually just destroy the conditions here. So heat number 3 of round number 3 out in the water. Amory Laverne, Sam Bennett, and Dayton Correra. This is a 3-man heat, and it is an elimination round.
That's correct, Manny. Yeah. I mean, all these guys are really capable riders. Amory Laverne, who is a world champion bodyboarder, rips out here, loves these lefts, and always gets big scores. And then Sam Bennett, who's an up-and-coming guy who got, 4th at Pipeline earlier this year?
He was in the final.
He was in the final, yeah. I think he got 4th anyway there. Up-and-coming guy from Port Macquarie ripping, and Danton Correa, who is a local guy who's also leading the kind of campaign for the Chileans here, along with Alan Munoz. Those guys are on fire. Danton actually got the highest combined scoring waves yesterday. I think he got like an 18 or something like that. And look at those mug shots. Good looking. What a bunch of good looking guys.
They could go into any club and pick up any ladies for sure with those faces.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Dayton. I mean, he's new to the international scene, but he did win the Chilean national tour, so that's how he was seated here as a wild card. Sam Bennett, again, he's one of those guys that is making a huge impact. He's going to be here for a while. Amory Laverne, 2010 world champ, and this is going to be – they're all stacked heats. But unfortunately, one of these guys is going to be going home.
Yeah, it's upsetting because they all rip, and given any other day, like any one of those guys could take out this heat. So that's when it starts getting complicated. Competition comes down to wave selection, knowledge, experience, and also talent as well. So, it's that experience factor that comes into it a lot, though. Like you saw that in that first heat of this round with Alan. And Alan's been ripping this whole event. Alan Munoz, who's a local guy, he's been ripping this whole event, getting big scores. And it looked like kind of stress got to him and just fell to bits a little bit and didn't get the scores he needed to advance on through. And that was pretty upsetting because, like I said, he's been ripping, Manny.
Well, probably his foot is probably aching too. It's a multi-fractured foot that he's out there with.
No.
Yes, I got the word that his foot is fractured, and you've seen him hobbling into the water for his heat.
Yeah.
And anybody else would throw in the towel.
Yeah.
But the South Americans and Chileans specifically, they're pretty hardcore.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, here we got White. That's is that Danton there taking off? No, Sam Bennett. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Sam looking for a little start earlier on in the heat, but Wave didn't really cooperate with him, and he pulls back out. Dangerous game to be playing right there for Sam because now he's going to be last priority. The other 2 guys get priority above him, and they're probably, if they're season campaigners, they're going to be waiting for those set waves.
And that's the thing. The priority system and wave selection in these conditions is going to be crucial.
Crucial, completely, because it's pretty slow out there. I mean, there's some beautiful waves, some really great quality rides going down. But, they're on the sets, and the sets are probably about every, 5 minutes apart. So if you're a competitor out there, you want to wait for those sets to give you the chance to get a higher score and all that and rip a little bit harder, But, Amory is a patient guy. I mean, we'll see Amory in this heat, waiting the whole heat for these sets because he knows how to win heats and he knows how to win world tours and all that kind of stuff. So he's just going to sit there and wait. And if they come through, he'll get the score. If not, he's not really going to care because he played his strategy completely correct. And that's what it all comes down to, Matty, is strategy. Strategy is so important in any competition and any event.
And I noticed that the South Americans are really fierce competitors, and they pretty much understand the rule book when it comes to a competition like this. We do have the winner of the last heat with Alex Leon. Alex, where you at, brother?
Yeah, thanks, boys. Yeah, down here with that last heat winner, Dallas Singer again. Mate, you're getting a bit of time on the podium today. You must be pretty happy.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me. I was just finished my last one, and they put me in heat 2, so I was just stayed in my wet ear and just get concentrated, and the conditions were pretty similar to what it was in my first heat. So, I just kind of try to adopt the same strategy and just, not be happy with the waves you get. You can come out of these, like, the barrels are awesome and they feel amazing. Like, you just kind of get spat out of them every time, but you can't be happy with it. You just got to keep going, like roll out, just try and do as much as you can, sort of thing. Because everyone's capable of getting a sick barrel today, so it's just whatever extra you can get on top. So. Yeah, luckily I kind of got a couple and just had to wait around for the clock again. So,
yeah, I mean, I'd hate to be a judge in that. Like, it was so close. You guys were all getting good barrels. All you were doing rolls out, a couple of flips too. So close. I mean, what were you thinking? Like, you're only getting 7s and 6s. What does it take to get a 10 out there in these conditions?
Yeah, it's a good question. A few of the boys are just kind of like, what are you going to do, sort of thing. Like, and I was thinking the same yesterday. So. I managed to get like in that 8 kind of point range, which I was happy with. That's the kind of thing you need to have to get through heats, just to be happy sitting out there. If you're sitting on a pair of 7s, it's just it's not enough really, and everyone knows that. You just got to push it to that next sort of excellent range. So yeah, it was pretty close, and it's all Aussie heat again, so we all know each other really well and travel together all year. So it's all quiet out there. It's a different sort of vibe, but that's competition. It's sometimes pretty weird, but it's all good.
Yeah, well done, Dallas. You move into round 4 now, so non-elimination round. So go big or go home, they reckon.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this round. I want to do it again. That'd be nice. But yeah, it's a long way for the competition yet, so there's a few more days, and just kind of knock them out as they go.
Yep. All right, no worries. Well, congratulations once again, Dallas Singer from Australia. Hope all the boys are watching you back home, and back to you boys in the booth.
Wow. Did anyone just see that? I mean, wow. Did anyone just see those girls? They were just piercing straight into my soul. I mean, Alex was just talking to Dallas. Good on you, Dallas, for making it, but I wasn't even looking at or listening. I was just like gobsmacked. All these 4 girls. Like, imagine if you were in a club and these girls were looking at you like that. Oh my God.
I know. I mean, we started off with, I think, 2 ladies. No, 0 ladies, and then 2 lawn girls, and then now there's 4. Is there more girls down there that are going to enter?
Jeez, my heart's going like boom, 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 boom. I'm not a desperado, but that made me feel a little bit weird.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge, and you just saw Dallas Singer give the interview. He won the last heat here in round number 3. This event presented by BSC. Okay. Oh, catch a deep breath.
I know. I'm exactly the same. I'm kind of freaking out right now. Because when a girl looks at you, if you're in a club and a girl looks at you like that, you get scared. It's nervous. Oh, here we go. Sam taking off in white, looking for a nice little section. Oh, is that going to do something? Nice clean roll. That was nice, Sammy. Hey, good on you, mate. Lad from Port Macquarie taken to pieces, ripping. There's actually a big crew of Port Macquarie guys over here at the moment. Kingy, Chase O'Leary, Sam Bennett. Anyone else that comes to mind? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, there's a Port Macquarie, where these guys are from, is a big bodyboarding capital. It's like pretty much every single one's a bodyboarder from Port Macquarie. And here we got Sam from Port Macquarie taking off, looking for a nice little air section, pumping around the section. Clean roll.
Nice,
That's
clean,
nice.
cylindrical roll right there from Sam Bennett. All right, we thank you all for tuning in for the last heat of the day. Sam Bennett.
There we go.
That's
He's
the
21
face,
years
yes.
old, definitely coming up, ripping from Australia. 80 kgs. What's going on, Sam? You're a bit of a fatty boy. Hey? He looked like he was just laughing at my joke. And, so here we got Danton. Danton's taking off, getting momentum, gives it to Amori. Amori's got momentum, taking off, got that beautiful, nice trimming style. Clean riding, nice.
Oh, my! Oh,
Jeez, he rips, doesn't he? How's that?
How did that happen? Unbelievable. He shot out of the barrel with a big ARS coming out of that giant.
He just knew it. He knew he was going to do something amazing on that. And here we got Danton having a bit of a paddle. Come on, mate.
You may have known it, but that totally surprised me.
I didn't know it. It surprised me too. And that's the kind of stuff you need to do. That's the kind of stuff judges love seeing. Is that wow factor.
Explosive
you know?
coming out of there. I thought he was just going to come out with a clean, smooth barrel, but boom,
Yeah.
came out with a giant ARS.
Yeah. Explosive, just like, I won't even go there, Manny. Don't worry about it. Here we got a Memorial event taking off on this one, having a nice little speed trim. Looking up at the section there, you can't see it, but he probably is. Comes out with a big flip, putting all of his power into that. Big landing, nice clean landing. Pulls it around, and he's just like, yeah, whatever. I just got an 8-point ride, whatever. Boom. And I don't know if we will replay Danton's wave there, but anyway, so that's a good start from Maury. He's in a positive situation now because they're probably getting the sixes or something like that. And here we got having Danton a little bit of a paddle, local legend, ripping and looking for a nice little tube, gets a cover up, pushing through the milky sauce. Unfortunately, gets stuck back in it. That is so shallow right there, Manny. Ooh, hopefully he didn't hit the reef on that.
It looked like he wanted to clock in some more tube time, but I think it just was too much, and the foam ball just grabbed a hold of him, and that was it for Dayton Correra.
Yep.
Again, this is round number 3, heat number 3, 30-minute heat. Top 2 riders advance on. Only one will be knocked out. So those odds working for you or against you.
Exactly. You got a 66% chance of making your heat if everyone's of equal intellect, surfing ability, waves, everything like that, which the ocean never actually offers. It's always a complicated game out there in the ocean, you know. Throws all kinds of curveballs at you. You just got to go with the flow and see what you can get. Every heat is unique in that way.
Yeah, if you don't make it out of these heats, I would not go down to the local casino and gamble tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Eh? Yeah, because the odds aren't going your way. But like it's if you make this heat, look at that guy on the left, isn't he? Okay, I'm just joking around here. Everyone's going to think I'm a creep out there. I'm not, Manny.
All right. Well, there's Albert Colucci in the background right there with the white T-shirt, just chilling out. Okay,
Just
ladies and
cruising.
gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Ricardo in Portugal, Nazare, thank you for tuning in. Kale, we know you're watching. Jackson is always tuned in. We're going to see him in a couple weeks. Steve Axon Jackson down in Brazil. The Shagwire is always tuned in. Ricardo from Vancouver Island. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, so it's, hey, Shaggy, what's happening, bro? Shaggy's a mate of ours, also works on the IBA World Tour, and left his passport at home. What a silly Billy. Couldn't even leave the country, and it got stolen from the petrol station on his way to the airport. And here we got a couple of sets coming in. Shaggy's watching online, getting anything you can get from the IBA. Hey, mate. And, those sets look like they're a little bit mushed down. Wind's starting to kind of affect it out there. Definitely getting into it a little bit. So these guys might have to look to kind of change their strategy a little bit. And here we got a Maury Laverne in the lead with a 7.67, which is a high-scoring wave, and a 0 for a second wave. So he's in a comfortable position. Sam Bennett with a 5.43 and a 1. So he needs to really build on that second score there. And Danton, who's got a 2.1 and a 0. So Danton really hasn't really started his campaign just now. He needs to go a little bit harder, look for the set waves, and really push it a lot more. He needs a 4.34 to move up into second place, which is very doable. Like I said, Sam Bennett doesn't really have a second wave right now and can definitely build on that. But so far, you'd say this heat is still pretty open for everyone. No one's got a high second scoring wave. So it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens further on into the heat. And here we got Miles having a bit of a paddle. Danton decides to go the right, looking for a nice little section in the white sauce. Come on, mate. No, that's a nice clean roll. Not bad. Not bad at all. Smart competitor getting that because it's something to build on. Better than what he's got so far. And he's still got, 25 minutes left in this heat. So he's still got a lot of time to be able to build a higher score than that. But I'm not sure if you can see, folks, but right in there. Oh, I'll go back to that. So, yeah, here we got the replay of that last wave for Danton. Going up, nice amount of speed. Nice little Rolo. Does a nice little spin. Won't be like a high-scoring wave, but definitely a keeper at this stage because he hasn't got any scoring waves. And here we got Sam going a little close out. It's a bit too fast for him. Probably just trying to shake off those nerves a little bit and get something under his belt. But unfortunately, he's a bit too deep. And on the outside, we've got a Maury Laverne taking off. Good speed line. Tries to pump up into it. Unfortunately, getting stuck back there. And that's right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's an example of that wind kind of affecting it and pushing his sections down prematurely. And, Chile's a kind of unique place for that because it actually does not have any wind usually. Typically, most mornings is like 0 wind, so all you're seeing is glass. And when the wind comes in, it affects it at a quicker rate because it isn't groomed like you would get like in Australia or Hawaii or something like that with an offshore breeze. It's just dead kind of wind here. So when the onshore comes, it comes in and strikes really quickly. So the organisers and the promoters of this event know that. And as soon as they feel that wind kind of coming in, they decide to call it off. So after this heat, we're going to call it off for the round and take it back up tomorrow, starting at 7:30 our time. And there we got the scaffolding and all the sponsors and all the people. It's a great event, this one. It's been going now for about 10 years. And for me, I think it's one of the best events on the tour. And then we got the desert in the background. Look at that, hey? And then Land Chili Girls, of course. Oh, guapa chica. And yeah, it's quite a unique place over here. It's in the north of Peru. Arica is situated in the north of Peru, and it's a couple hours flight from Santiago, which is in the south. And yeah, it's totally barren around here. It's like full of desert. There's not much kind of going on out there. There's not a single plant that grows. And then you got this amazing wave, El Gringo's, right here in the middle of it all. And it's great. Like the whole of Arica community is right behind the competition and Tomate. And it's really good to see that kind of level of support. Anywhere around the world, it's amazing to see, I reckon.
All right, looks like we may have some action out the back. Looks like some sets are rolling in. And red pops over that one, white taking a look, and not good enough for either of them. It's a little bit too far inside and not much wave there. So now waiting patiently on the outside, red and blue, all of the riders. So you know what? We got a little bit of time. We'll be back right after this. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, winding down the last heat of today's competition. 12 minutes and 55 seconds remaining out in the water. Round number 3, heat number 3, the elimination round. Only one rider will not make it through this heat. 2 will advance on to round number 4. This is the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge. And Ben player Manny Vargas holding it down for the last heat. Here is a look at what is going on in the water.
Yeah, so there's been a bit of a change around of positions, but hang on, let's just wait. Watch Sam Bennett's wave. He's trying to get a nice little barrel, pushing through it. Come on, buddy. Oh, don't even worry about it, mate. You're not going to get the score on that one. Let's see. It's a complicated game you always play. Nerves get to you, and it's always hard to try and collect yourself and push through. And what Sam's trying to do is get his second scoring wave right there. I mean, he's smart trying to do that, but he'd be better off just waiting because there's still, like Manny said, 12 minutes left in the heat. Plenty of time to build on his scores. Danton did end up getting the score he needed on that right El Rolo a couple of minutes ago, and which pushed him up into second position. So, yeah, Sam's looking to kind of chase him right now. Amore is in a pretty comfortable lead right now because he's sitting on a 7.67, and still plenty of time to build on that with a second score. For me personally, like if I'm sitting on like a 7 to 8, you're in a pretty comfortable position, and if you've got 10 minutes, you can kind of just chill and just wait for a good wave to come through because at any time you can catch a smaller wave, you can get a 4-point ride and build that position, you know what I mean?
But on the flip side of the coin, could the time run out and you're stuck with that score right there and the riders can come up and bite you on your...
Not really, because, I mean, for someone of Amore's level of talent, like he knows he's capable of doing a flip off pretty much anything. So if there's 2 minutes left, all he has to do is paddle in 10 metres, get one of these smaller waves and just flip off it. And here we got Sam taking off on this nice little ride. It's got some good shape on it. It's a good little spinning barrel.
Nice.
He can manage to roll through that. That's a pretty good wave.
Oh, that's going to help him out.
Well done, Sam. Didn't end up completing the roll, I don't think, but that'll definitely help him out. He only needed a 2.78 to... Oh, no, he didn't. He needed a 4.25 to move up into second place. So who knows? Maybe he might have done it. Oh, no, I am absolutely cooking it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all good. It's all good. Where are we at?
I had it completely wrong. Maury Laverne still, yes, he's in the lead, but Sam Bennett has pushed up into second place, and he needs a 4.25 to move up into first. And then Danton is in third place and needs a 2.78 to move up into second, and a 4.65 to move up into first. And here we got the free surfing boyos ready to get out there and conquer it.
That looks like Nick Gornell with the frosty hairdo.
Oh,
he's getting ready. He's going to be coming out.
You see that air of his yesterday?
Yes, that was the first wave of his heat yesterday that it's still being talked about down on the beach.
Yeah, he actually said to me before he went after that heat, he goes, all I want is this big invert ramp. And he did it, first wave, boom. Got big scores for it too. He surfs good, Nick. He's a really, really good surfer, really good bodyboarder. He's kind of one of those underground guys that maybe a lot of the international guys haven't known about. But in Australia, like everyone's pretty aware of his talent level, and always watch his podcast and see what he's up to because he does some pretty inspiring stuff. Yeah. So that last score looks to have dropped through from Sam Bennett. He got a 5.4 for that little barrel to roll. So maybe the judges counted that roll as a make and pushed him up into first place. Amaury Laverne is back down into second place and needs a 3.16 to move up into first. Danton Correa is still in third place, needing a 4.65 to move to second and a 5.8 to move up into first. So realistically, that's a pretty close heat still. Guys can still move around a lot, and we've still got like pretty much 10 minutes left, 9 minutes left. So there's a lot of movement that can kind of still happen. So it's pretty exciting here. Definitely do not leave because I guarantee you that there'll be some changes happening before the end of the heat. Like the talent level of these guys is so high. So you always got to be watching and watching every single wave that might happen.
8 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Round number 3, heat 15. Although this is the heat number 3 of round number 3, this is the elimination round. One of these riders will not advance on. 2 will advance on to round number 4. Taking a look is Danton Correa.
Aiden, yeah, so he's looking for a nice little barrel.
Oh, yes.
Well done, buddy. That was smart surfing. That's a nice, clean barrel. The judge is going to like that, really like that. Well, he needed a 4.65 to move up into second place and a 5.8 to move up into first. I dare say he would have got that score to move up into second place. And here we got a Moz, Amaury Laverne taking off. Nice, clean lines like he draws always. See, there he goes, the boom, the flip. I told you this is going to happen.
He's not done yet.
Oh, my goodness.
Double.
Hey, that was big.
He did
that
2
was a
on
big
1
score.
wave.
Jeez, the judges are really going to like that.
Wow.
And like I said to you, Manny, earlier, that's all he needs to do. He's a calm, collected, smart competitor, and he knew what he had to do, and he went and did it. And there's going to definitely be some changes going on right now. Sam must be biting his fingernails, just freaking out.
My.
So here's Danton's wave, previous to Amaury's, gets a nice, clean barrel, pushes through the right-hander, and comes out before he closes out. That's a nice wave. And that would have made a lot of difference before Amaury caught his next wave. So what Danton really needs to get is a pretty high score in order to move up into first. And here we got Moz just after Danton's wave. Does a big first flip, comes around cleanly, lines up the second section, straight into another one. The second one's even better. So
unreal.
So that's unreal. Yeah, completely good.
That's
so,
2 on 1 wave.
That was 2 on 1 wave. And I wonder if the judge is going to like it twice as much. They would have awarded the first flip at least a 5, so who knows what he's going to get after that. So he needed a 3.16 to move up into second to Amaury before that last wave, or a 3.46. And his scores have just come through, gets a 7.2 for that last wave, pushes him back up into first. Now Danton is in second place, chasing a 8.77 to move up into first place, and that's pushed Sam Bennett into third place. Sam Bennett now needs a 5.71 to move up into second and a 9.44 to move up into first. Definitely, he's capable of getting those scores. Just he needs to get the waves to come through because there's only 6.5 minutes left. It's plenty of time. Like he could definitely get the 4 pretty easily. Like he's a talented rider. He knows all he needs to do is a small little flip, and he's could definitely get through. But to get the 9.44, that's a pretty big score in these conditions right now. Definitely hard to do. So Danton probably has. Well, right now, I think actually Sam has first priority, and then Danton, and then Amaury. So if Sam's a smart lad, he'll just wait there and wait for a better wave to be able to progress. So, I mean, this is exciting. This is exactly what I said to you, Manny. Things are going to change. Guys are going to get the scores, and there's going to be a lot of changes going on. And that's exactly what happened in that last exchange of waves.
All right, Ben, check this out. We do have the representatives from LAN Airlines here today. And you know what? We're going to have them come in and give a couple words. So just if you don't mind stepping outside.
I might just stand to the side and just watch these beautiful babes about to come in.
All right. Can you help them usher them in, please?
No. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in a second. Don't leave.
No sé cómo va a estar el cámara, pero... Ok. Sí, siéntate.
Gracias. Hola.
Hola. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get situated. Toma esta. Ahí. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting situated here. And yes, those lovely ladies that you've been seeing on your screen during the interviews will be joining, trying to creep back in here. And Tomate is going to organize everything, get everything situated. Un momento, tranquila.
Yeah.
Relax.
Okay. Sí.
All right, so when we're almost ready, and Tomate's trying to organize there, but we're going to give you the live action nonstop right here. Sam Bennett, nice air roll spin right there. So Sam Bennett put together a nice piece of work right there. He is on a search of a 5.71, so that could be it. We'll wait for the judges. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, Manny V here with the representative of LAN Airlines. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Muy bien, María Esther González.
María.
Esther González.
María Esther González.
Eso.
All right. ¿Y hablas inglés o español?
Entiendo inglés, pero prefiero hablar en español.
Okay, she can speak and understand English, but she'd rather do this in Spanish. So learn your Spanish. This is the time to use it. Okay. Primero, muchas gracias para la apoya. Thank you very much for the sponsor and all the help.
Bueno, estamos encantados nosotros de apoyar el bodyboard, esta organización. LAN siempre está presente con el deporte y reafirma su compromiso con Arica y con esta ola magnífica.
Sí, no, sí. Con tu apoya, your help, we are able to keep coming back to Arica to put on such a great event. And we're going to give you the live action nonstop. But with LAN as a sponsor, I don't think we could have such a great event. So I can't thank you enough. Lo siento en español.
No.
We can't thank you enough for your sponsor. I mean, there's really so many words I can say on behalf of the IBA World Tour. So if there's anything you'd like to say to the world, now is the time.
Sí, eso gracias a LAN ha sido posible y estamos muy contentos de participar y te reitero nuestro compromiso de seguir no solamente con este evento, sino con los próximos que vienen.
No, claro, si pueden cada año, perfecto, gracias. So, una cosa, voy a hablar por todos los hombres que son solteros. Cada año, por favor, trae los modelos. Todos están hablando de ellas, muy bonitas.
Belleza ariqueña.
Sí, no, we love it.
Okay. Bueno, muy bien.
But, gracias otra vez y los vemos en un año.
Bueno, ahí estaremos.
Okay, gracias. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the LAN representatives. And
ya, sí.
Okay, so gracias otra vez y los vemos en un año, pero no se van porque todavía tenemos como 4 o 5 días de...
No, sí,
okay.
Sí, aquí estaremos.
Okay, perfecto. Gracias.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, the LAN representative, María Esther González. Yes, thank you, and the LAN ladies. Gracias. De nada. Los vemos. Okay, chao. María Esther. ¿Son tuyas? Sí. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was María Esther González representing LAN here, one of the sponsors of the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge. We appreciate their sponsorship, and I know Ben Player would have loved to have given that interview, but instead he is watching, make sure everything is situated, and here he comes. Let's scoot back here, and of course Tomate. So, whoa.
So yeah, we're pretty grateful of the guys at LAN for supporting the competition and making this possible for us because it's given us this fantastic way of riding and all these people from Arica like here coming down and enjoying it. And, supporting us. You know, like, it's really great. Like when you're going through Arica, the town itself, everyone just like comes out and says hello, and they're all really stoked to see you, and it's really cool. Like there's a lot of support that goes on here. It's like down. And yeah, so there's a few exchanges in the last heat. Amori got a nice barrel that I saw. I'm not sure of the scores and stuff like that. And Sam tried to chase that score he needed. I think he needed a 5.7 or something like that. But unfortunately didn't get it. I think he just fell short. So he's really hoping right now that something's going to go through that he can go big on. Danton's got priorities, trying to stop him. And we've got a bit of a split peak going on right here. We decided to follow the left and Moz does a big backflip and turns around it. Not that Moz needs another score because he's already in the lead. And Moz decides to come in and call that quits to give him guys high fives on the way in through the keyhole. And that's it, guys. That's the end of the heat. Commiserations to Sam for not making that, mate. I know you're going to be pissed off, and I know you're more than capable of making those heats, but unfortunately today it just didn't go your way. And then we got Danton Correa, who also got second place, surfed it smart, surfed that with every intelligence of a seasoned competitor. So good on you, mate. And then we got Moz, absolutely ripping in this competition. He loves this wave. I'm not sure if you know, Manny, but he's got a bust ankle at the moment. I think he hit it on the reef a couple of days back, and he's been seeing a physiotherapist the whole time. Oh, it's actually his calf muscle, I heard. And he's been seeing a physiotherapist the whole time. And I don't know how he does this kind of stuff with an injury that he's got. Look at that nice flip, pulling it around nicely, really pushing the limits with that. And can't just come straight in on it. He's like, boom, I'm done. I've nailed that. Boom, I'm out of here. And that's an exciting heat. And now we've got a couple of free surfers who have entered the lineup, and really, really exciting. I love this place. It's always such an exciting place, isn't it? Yeah, so anyway, Amaury Laverne, been in the action now. I remember seeing him like 10 years